What's up, you beautiful Redditors? Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. Welcome to the RNEWS morning show. And let's just jump into it. From r/World News. Bill Gates thinks the COVID-19 pandemic won't be over until the end of 2021. Even for the world's richest countries. Guys, does anybody know how and why the 1917 pandemic ended? Google's for info crap. What was it? A few days ago in Canada, Tam said it would likely last another 2 to 3 years. Personally, I like Bill Gates' timeline better, rolling on the floor laughing. If people had have just worn fricking masks and followed fricking guidelines, we'd probably be almost back to normal now. But these goddamn fricking pro-virus troglodytes continue to refuse to take any sort of precautions while simultaneously breaking out in full Karen rages about how much crap sucks and how they want the bullcrap to end so we can go back to normal. These stupid motherfrickers are their own worst freaking enemy. They think taking basic sanitary steps to protect others is some sort of infringement on their rights. It's freaking pathetic. So my last year of uni will probably be all online. Not exactly how I pictured my uni life to be. Wait till you try to find a job, lol. My employer has recently announced that almost everyone will be working from home until summer 2021. Seems like the richest country is doing the worst right now, lol. You're watching the Reddit news show. From r/News. Canada's last fully intact Arctic ice shelf collapses. Gentlemen, it's been an honor. Play something soothing whilst I move these deck chairs into a different position, please. I should have guessed it was a Recl. What kind of reverse bait is this? I even clicked expecting Rick. Corporate Dems are only marginally better. But yes, I'd rather put Dems in power than Repubs, and then fight them. There's no better option at the moment. Thankfully we have people like AOC, Jamal Bowman, Cory Bush etc. coming in. Just afraid it might be too slow. Too late. Without being totally alarmist, I get that global warming is bad, but I can't take any more. The world is ending stuff right now. What are the ramifications of losing all or most of our sea ice? Ice reflects a lot of sunlight back into space. Water absorbs it as heat. It's a positive feedback loop that makes the planet get hotter. Melting sea ice doesn't have an impact on sea levels because it's already in the ocean. However, ice shelves extend out into the ocean from land, hence the name shelf. And so if they disappear, that lets the ice on the land flow into the ocean more quickly and melt more quickly, which will increase sea levels. 2020 Who is ready for hurricane season? I call dibs on Category 5 hurricane making a landfall at least once. I thought hurricane season was over. You're watching the Reddit news show. From r/Uplifting News. More than 1 million people in the UK have quit smoking since the start of the coronavirus pandemic. New study shows. Meanwhile, I smoke even more due to stress. You're watching the Reddit news show. From r/World News. Major New Zealand plastic producer shocks customers by issuing permanent bottle recall, saying it doesn't want its bottles ending up in the environment anymore. We had this when I was a kid. This hard material that always was refreshingly cold when you took it out of the fridge. Then you returned the bottle to the store and got approximately 15 to 20% of the cost back. It worked fine. Then the stores began to sell plastic bottles. Many did not like it because the plastic felt cheap. Today we are dumping approximately 150 billion plastic bottles on the planet every year. Plastic which erodes and turn into small airborne litter which living beings inhales. We don't know about the health implications because no one have bothered to look into the matter. I still miss those ice-cold bottles. If only we still had this material which everybody used without complaints. You're watching the Reddit news show. From r/World News. Russia warns it will see any incoming missile as nuclear. Russia will perceive any ballistic missile launched at its territory as a nuclear attack that warrants a nuclear retaliation, the military warned in an article published Friday. The new Cold War is still the same as the old Cold War. It's the same war. It never stopped. It baffles me that people pretend like the threat of nuclear annihilation somehow disappeared in 1991. You ever hear of the Kargil War? That time Pakistan was moving its nuclear weapons into position. Recently, however, Pervez Musharraf revealed in his memoirs that Pakistan's nuclear delivery system was not operational during the Kargil War, something that would have put Pakistan under serious disadvantage if the conflict went nuclear. It was a bluff. Good. Slowly puts bottle rocket away. Is this in response to something, or just some random article? Random article. And it's been this way for decades, in every nuclear power country. Typical a world news clickbait BS. This is most probably aimed towards Russian public to further stir nationalism and imperial mindset and once again shift attention from problems back at home to perceived external aggressors. You're watching the Reddit news show. From r/politics, Joe Arpaio loses Arizona primary to reclaim his old job as sheriff. Good. Frick that guy. He should be in fricking prison where he belongs. Can we make him wear a pink prison jumpsuit? It was pink underwear he supplied. I hate this man and I never even served one day in an Arizona prison. He embodies the scourge of the boomer voting bloc that ruled Arizona. The best thing for me, a man who started a book club called The Progressivists in 2003 AZ and drawing my first friends from the anti-war protests, is seeing Arpaio lose his position. He is corrupt, soulless, mean, ugly, awful, and deserving of a karmic finale in a pile of human manure. The fact is that he and his cadre are never welcome again in AZ politics. Arizona's true colors are showing, which are blue with a purple haze. Voters instead backed Jerry Sheridan, Mr. Arpaio's former chief deputy, who promised to revive many of Mr. Arpaio's policies but without the showmanship. They just wanted a sheriff that would do the same thing without the national spotlight. Hardly a victory, in fact. It's probably worse as people won't be paying as close attention. Frick this backwards fricking state. And stay out of San Diego this summer, zonies. California has enough buttholes already. Jerry Sheridan is promising to revive his policies. Arizona is fricking terrible. And that's where we're going to end today's show. But if you like what you saw, leave a like. And if you want to see more of the RNews show, hit that subscribe button. As always, this has been the RNews show and I'll see you tomorrow.